guys, it's Liv again. So today's video is a much requested video. I have been meaning to do this video, and in today's video I am going to do a review slash comparison on two of my favorite palettes in my makeup collection, and they are the Urban Decay Original Naked palette and then the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. Before I sat down to film this video, I actually took some notes on both palettes so this video would be somewhat organized, because every time I review a product I feel like my video lacks like organization and structure, and I'm just rambling about something and it's not really helpful. So I wanted to make this video super helpful because I know that's like a really big question in like the beauty world, like which Urban Decay Naked palette should I get? Do I need both of them? Is it worth the price? So that's why I wanted to do this video, and hopefully you do find this helpful. And let me begin, because I'm pretty sure this video is going to be super long because I have a lot of good things to say about both palettes. So let me start off this video by saying how much I love both of my Urban Decay palettes. They are like the greatest addition to my makeup collection. They were the best investments because I use them like every single day. So all of the colors are super pigmented, they're wearable, they're neutral. You can create a daytime, a nighttime look, which is always great because I love having versatile products so you can use them for whenever. And Urban Decay is one of my favorite brands. It can be on the expensive side, but it is totally worth it because the quality is amazing, and I love Urban Decay. Every time I go to Sephora, I always head right to the Urban Decay section because that's where I find like the best products. And I think that the Urban Decay palettes are great for those who are beginning with makeup and just want one palette that has all of the eyeshadows that they need. And I also feel like these palettes are great for those who love neutral eyeshadows because you get all neutral eyeshadows. And then I think this palette is great for those who collect makeup like me and who are like beauty gurus and just want like all the makeup in the world. So let me first talk about my original Naked palette. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes right now, and I got this last July 2011, and it's still going strong. I still use it a lot. I would say I use it like every single day because there's some colors in this palette that I use every single day in any makeup look that I am wearing. So this palette was $50, and what you get is 12 eyeshadows, 12 neutral eyeshadows ranging from light highlighter shades all the way to a black and a dark gray to smoke out a neutral eyeshadow look. Also included in that price, you get a baby Urban Decay primer potion. I do tend to use this a lot, but I like my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly more. That's what I use for like a primer every day. So I really like how they included like a sample size of this primer potion. And then you also get a eyeshadow brush. I really like this brush. I used it today because I like how dense it is. It kind of reminds me of like a synthetic brush. So you can use this for a cream eyeshadow or just a like powdered eyeshadow. I don't have too many like higher end makeup brushes, so every time I get a brush it's always a good thing for me because I am trying to expand my brush collection. And then if you bought the Urban Decay Original palette like a couple years ago, like when it first came out, you got an eyeliner instead of a brush. But I'm happy that I got the brush because I do have a lot of eyeliners in my collection, especially the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners. So that is what you get for $50, and $50 seems like a lot of money, but that price includes a lot of good things. And now I'll talk about the packaging of the palette. So it's kind of like this velvet felt texture, and it can kind of get dirty, like all like the eyeshadows or your fingerprints, but I don't mind that. And then it has these big letters that spell out Naked, and then it has Urban Decay on the bottom. It has like a magnetic strip somewhere on the bottom, and that's how it closes. And then when you open it up, you get a smaller mirror. Sorry that like I'm blinding you. You can kind of see me in my camera, and I don't mind that the mirror is small because I never use a mirror that's included in like a palette or a product. And now I'll run through the best part of the palette, and that is the 12 neutral eyeshadows that you get in the original Naked palette. So these are what the colors look like. At the beginning of the palette, you get these two lighter colors that can be used either as a highlighter shade or just like a really light lid color. This is the color Virgin, and I love to use this as a highlighter shade. And then this is the color Sin, which is one of my favorite lid colors because it's like a nice cool tone champagne-y color. These two colors are on the cooler tone side. And then you get Naked, and this is one of my favorite colors. I always use this in my eyeshadow look, and this is such a pretty matte skin tone color, and I like to use this as a buffer blending color. I always put this in my crease, and I know a lot of people use this as like an eyebrow color, so this color is very versatile. This is the color Sidecar, and I don't really use this as often because it is really sparkly and it tends to have a lot of fallout, but this is like a darker taupey champagne-y color. It's still really pretty. And then you get the color Buck, which is a darker matte brown skin tone color. I like to use this in my crease also if I want to define my crease. Then you get Half Baked, which is one of my favorite gold colors. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. You can't really see me when I'm describing these colors. Hope you guys don't mind that. It's such a true metallic gold color. It is super pigmented. Then you get Smog, which is a really nice shimmery brown color, which looks great in the crease along with the Half Baked color. Then you get Dark Horse, and I don't really wear this a lot, but it's a nice brown color with hints of green in it, and it's good to have in this palette. This will definitely look great in the crease or in the outer corner. And you get Toasted, which is a really nice mauvey pink color. It's really hard to describe, but I love to wear this in my crease. And you get Hustle, which is a deep burgundy color, which looks great on the outer corner. You get the color Creep, which is a black color with hints of sparkle in it, and I don't wear this color a lot because I never really wear dark black eyeshadow, but it's great to have. And then you get Gunmetal, which is a nice gunmetal color like the name says. I feel like this palette suits my skin tone a little bit more than the Naked 2 palette, because when I show you guys what the Naked 2 palette looks like, the colors resemble more on like the cooler tone, while these colors resemble more of that warmer tone color. I feel like I reach more for this palette than the Naked 2 palette because they have all of my favorite colors, like the gold colors and then like those champagne-y colors that I love to wear. Definitely Google like Urban Decay Original Naked Palette swatches and you'll see a whole lot of websites like featuring swatches of this beautiful palette. Now moving on to the Naked 2 palette. This is actually a new addition to my makeup collection. I bought this palette a couple months ago, maybe in like the middle of the summer, so this is fairly new to my collection, and I try to use a lot of these colors and try to incorporate this palette into any makeup look because I want to try to get more use out of this palette because it features such beautiful colors. This is what the palette looks like, and this was also $50, and that includes 12 neutral eyeshadows. You also get another eyeshadow brush, and this is a different eyeshadow brush because it is a like duo two-sided brush. On the first side you get a smaller eyeshadow brush, and then on the other side you get a nice crease brush, and this is really fluffy, so it makes blending out a crease color really easy. And then instead of getting a primer potion, you get a mini size of their Lip Junkie lip gloss in the color Naked, and I'm not really happy about this because I don't wear lip gloss that much. I rather get like a primer potion than a lip gloss. It's a really small sample size, and I really don't like the color, and I really don't like the formula, so I'm kind of bummed that this was included because I don't really use it that much. The Naked 2 palette is a little bit more bulkier and sturdier, and that is a good thing for those who like travel often because I feel like my eyeshadows are a little bit more protected in this sort of packaging. It snaps shut, so you can hear it like snap, and then inside you have a really big mirror, and again I really don't care about the mirror inside, so it's good to have just in case you're using this palette or you're traveling with this palette and you need a mirror. And now I will go through all of the colors. So this is what the colors look like in the Naked 2 palette. They're a little bit more on the cooler tone, more like taupey and silvery shades. So the first color that you get is Foxy, and I love this eyeshadow. I use this as a highlighter because it's a matte eyeshadow, and it's always great to have like a nice matte highlighter. Then you have Half Baked, which they included that in the original palette, and a lot of people weren't happy that it was also featured in this palette, but this is one of my favorite colors, and I feel like I will run out of this color really quickly. Then you have the color Booty Call, which is a really light, frosty, shimmery shade. I really don't use this as much. If I do use it, I use it more as a highlighter shade. Then you have the color Chopper, and I really don't like this color. It's like a peachy shade, but it has like a lot of like glitter in it, so it has a lot of fallout. I have the color Tease, and this is another matte color, but more on the purple side, and I try to use this in my crease for like a buffer color. I prefer using like a matte brown skin tone color. Then you have the color Snakebite, which I really like because it's a nice frosty brown color, perfect for the crease. Then you have the color Suspect, which is one of my favorite colors in this palette because it's a nice taupey brown color, and I don't have a lot of these colors in my collection, and I love to wear this on my lid with Snakebite in the crease. Then you have Pistol. It's kind of like a green-gray color, really hard to describe. Then you have the color Verve, and I wear this color a lot because it's a nice shimmery silver color. Then you have this color YDK, which is really different, really unique. It's one of my favorite colors because it's a nice like sparkly rust color, which looks great in the crease or also on the lid. Then you have the color Busted, which is another like burgundy color, which looks great in the crease or outer corner. And then you have the color Blackout, which is a matte black color, and a lot of people like how that's included in this palette. But again, I really don't use those black colors. If I do use a black eyeshadow, sometimes I use it as an eyeliner, but I don't really wear those black colors often. So those are what the colors look like in the Naked 2 palette, and I really do like my Naked 2 palette. I'm happy that I got it because I feel like the Naked 2 palette and the original Naked palette are really different. Some may say, oh, they're really similar, but I think they're different because, again, the original Naked palette seems to feature more of like the golden bronze color, and then the Naked 2 palette seems to feature more like taupey silvery color. So they are very different. I use them in different ways. It all depends on your skin tone and what colors you like to wear and incorporate in your everyday eyeshadow look. So I definitely recommend you guys to either buy one of these, buy both of them, put this on your wish list, your birthday list, your holiday list, whatever. I definitely recommend this. I can't stress that enough. So I think that is it for my review video. I covered everything that I wrote down before I filmed this video. Hopefully you did find this helpful and I wasn't just talking about like random things. I always feel like I'm not helpful when it comes to like reviewing a product. I am seriously out of breath. I feel like I'm losing my voice. My throat is killing me because I have been talking for a long time, but I love talking about my favorite beauty products. If you have any other products you want me to review or compare, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!